love kimchi.
Hello, yeah.
Kimchi. I love kimchi.
Yeah.
I love kimchi. I love
wait, I'm
love kimchi. Come on. I love kimchi. I love kimchi.
Cut it.
I love kimchi.
Okay, please, no, stop clapping.
Yeah.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hi, welcome to Angela the Comic Live. I'm your host, Angela Kimmel, and this is your engineer extraordinaire.
I am Mike Lowe, Mike Lowe Productions. Go follow my shit.
Follow mine first.
Follow my shit.
Follow mine first.
It's more entertaining.
I'm more interesting. Hey,
How are you, though?
Mike,
Yeah.
how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Cool.
Thanks.
The people want to know.
People want to know.
People want to know what you're watching.
Oh, what am I watching? You wrote it down for me. I am watching
You
the
told
Peacemaker.
me. Uh-huh.
Peacemaker, I believe it was the season finale.
What is it on?
It's on HBO Max, so
Okay.
you're going to have to shell out $8 to watch it. But it's good $8.
It's so fancy. It's
So
a
they
thick
killed-
$8.
They killed the bugs at the end of this. Do I give it away?
No. Why do you do? People
Bugs are
hate
killed.
how you do.
The world is saved. Thank you, Peacemaker.
Boy.
But there's a big ending where Peacemaker has to decide if he's going to keep the peace or not the peace by saving the peace.
Dun
It's
dun
a
dun.
it's a whole coconut. It's very nice.
It's the whole coconut. What else you watching?
I recently signed up for Discovery Plus, the app, so I can watch.
We signed up.
Well, you got my check. So the 90 Day Fiance new season's what I'm after right now.
Okay. Yeah, like we were watching it like religiously for a while, and then we stopped, and now it seems like we need to start watching it again because it's getting a little crazy.
Well, through the pandemic, that's the first thing I kind of fell into.
The snippets that I see on TikTok is like, who are these people?
Can't remember which one
These
made
can't
me
be
want to watch it. But there's something about it's the dude with the hat. Like she takes his hat off. He doesn't want to take off his hat because he's bald, but you could see that he's bald because his hat's very like up. She takes his hat and makes a whole scene, and then he pulls out another hat from his bag. So he is hat ready. And I felt like I was connected to that, so I was like, yeah. I'll sign up. Take my $4, please.
The clip I saw was a white dude with the Latina. I think she's Latina.
Same dude.
And he's the the producer asked how like last night was, like how was it?
That's the other dude.
Yeah, and he's like, it was amazing. It was so amazing. It was fantastic. And then she's
Magical.
like, and then she asked the girl like in Spanish is like,
It was okay.
It was, he's nothing
It's okay.
beyond normal or less than average. It's like, and he's just like smiling, and he's like, I hope she's saying good things.
I think she says, I think he had the best night of his life. So yeah, he was happy. I guess that's all that matters, right?
Oh my gosh! Can I tell you what I watched?
Yeah. What did you watch?
Let's go.
hear it. What you got?
I'm watching for my Korean fans. You guys, Netflix, 39 on Netflix. It's a Korean drama. It's not dubbed in English, so that's the only. But you could do subtitles. You could do English subtitles.
Like anime.
Yeah. What? So 39
Your
is really
father.
good on Netflix. Then I've watched all 3 episodes of the Kanye documentary that's ongoing. It's more than 3 episodes.
Jesus.
Jenyus. Jenyuhs is what
Jesus.
the documentary
The J
is.
silent. Jesus.
It's so interesting to watch 20 years before.
Of course.
And there's like somebody in the background that I don't know, but she's like, yeah, talking to someone else, and she's like, yeah, I heard the BlackBerry is what like the thing now. It's like what you should get. You could get like 4 emails. And I was like, 4.
Nice. I wish I only had 4 emails.
Yeah, seriously, I'm like thinking like my
My shit's out of control. It's pretty
so
pretty
crazy. I had a girlfriend see my phone one time, and she was like, you have 21,000 unread emails. I'm like, wow, her inbox is tight. Hi-oh.
Toy, like a
Pause.
toiga.
Okay, and then I watched the documentary.
I get it now. I get the pause.
Yeah.
Good joke.
Documentary. I'm a comic genius. That's my Kanye.
ma'am.
Downfall, the case against Boeing. It's So that's a good documentary to watch. It's very
Oh, yeah.
educating.
The plane guy.
The development of the Boeing company. I watched the action movie Fistful of Vengeance.
What are you doing all day? There's a lot of stuff to watch. I watched
I
first
sleep less.
30 minutes.
You guys, I sleep less. But Fistful of Vengeance, cool action movie. It was
Who's
good.
in
It was
that?
good. Netflix.
Who's in it?
A bunch of people.
Nice.
It's giving a lot of like Onbak. If you guys have ever watched that before,
Umbak?
Onbak.
Like Umbap? The
Umbak, that
Hanson
like
brothers?
when Muay was like it was going crazy. People were going crazy about Muay Thai, and
love Thai
that
food.
really, I think his name is Tony Bach. I don't want to say the wrong name, but
That's wrong.
he really. And then the last movie I watched today is The Sum of All Fears with Morgan Freeman and Ben Affleck in it, which is from like 2014 or something. But it
Oh, you
gotta
want a
love
throwback.
action.
Ben Affleck.
I think I could play a bad guy.
Can you? Let me get your best bad
Hey.
guy role.
You know what's gonna happen? No, okay, let's not. Let's
Yeah,
leave it
that's
to the
fine.
professionals. Okay, you're getting very liberal.
I feel like I've been slacking on the sound effects. So you say something whack, you get the sad trumpet. Or sad trombone, sorry.
Hey,
It's from all my orchestra friends.
we were thinking we would wrap up this first section that we always do about what we watch
Yeah.
with what are we looking forward to? Is there something you're looking forward to?
Um,
You haven't watched the Kanye documentary yet.
I'm looking forward to it. I think
'Cause you like the audio video stuff.
He's a musical genius. So
The musical genius.
Outside of everything else, the boy know what he's doing. So I'm into it. I want to watch it for sure.
That's what he's doing.
He good. He can rap too. That's all I got.
No, I mean like you have to like it's pretty cool. Like Damon Dash is in it. This is like
Damon
Rockefeller
Dash.
Records when they
yes.
were like super crazy back
Well,
then.
that's how he
and-
started. Obviously, you know now. You watched it.
Yeah.
I liked Kanye before I knew who Kanye was because he did a lot of beats for the whole Jay-Z era.
Yeah.
He was one of the first that was doing like the samples with higher pitch, quicker speed on it. So the boy good, real good.
You know who else is good?
Who's that?
Our guest.
Ooh.
You see how I did that, man,
Nice,
boy? I am
nice.
too smooth.
Oh,
I am too smooth with you.
Very nice. Very
You
nice,
guys.
Very nice.
Coming to the show. Oh, you guys are in for a treat.
Good guy.
He's an actor. He's a comedian. He's an impressionist. Coming to the show, Mitchell Mack.
I love
Woo! Yeah! You have to kind of dance. It kind of makes you move.
I love kimchi.
Even people who hate it are like, I love kimchi. Or like people who don't even know what it is. Mitchell Mack, please say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone, and thank you guys so much for having me on the live.
We
Nice.
are so excited to have you. Mike, do you want to be more in the frame?
It's okay.
No. If you tilt it a little bit, it'll.
Mike, come on, Mike.
Come on, man.
Come on, Mike.
Come on, we don't. Yeah, a little
Us Mikes and
bit.
Mitches, we got to stay together.
Oh, you see what he did there? Right there. Perfect.
Oh.
Perfect.
That's it.
Come on in. Come
That
on
is
in. It's
it.
real
Perfect.
nice.
Look at me, all the words on top of my face.
No. But then when we post it,
I
all it
know,
comes.
I know.
You
It's
are
a
so
beaut.
silly. We met at an open mic.
That is correct. That's 100% correct. Yeah.
And here's the thing, you guys. Like, when you go to, like, open mics or when you go anywhere, it's really, you don't really, I don't know. Like, I met you and your vibe was, like, right from the get-go, just right. You were like, oh, hi, I'm Mitchell. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, hi, I'm Angela.
You were eating some chicken strips. I remember that.
Yeah, the chicken tenders. Oh, my gosh.
Where-
At
where-
Smithsonian
Smithsonian
Bar.
Bar.
Smithsonian Bar.
Too good.
It's a good chicken strip.
I
Yeah.
brought it for the first time for my.
It's not bad. Nothing like
my-
a 12 a.m. chicken strip. You know?
Oh boy, you guys! But I am super excited to get to know you more.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And we ask all of our guests. The first question is, "Where are you from?"
All right, so it's not to be convoluted about it, but So I was born in London. Okay, like the London, yeah.
Like the country?
Like that's not a country.
Yeah, right. No, I know.
You never know. If
It's
you're
in
raised in
Britain.
She
America,
doesn't know. She
if
doesn't
you're
know.
raised in America, geography isn't number one on the list, you know. But so I'm born in London, 2 months old, go to Ohio, right, until I'm 8 years old, and then I go back to England.
What?
Yeah. So when I'm 8 till I'm 16, I'm living in England, and then I go to NorCal for like 4 years, and then I live in LA. And so it's like when they say like where you're from, it's kind of confusing because like I don't really view myself as I'm from Ohio, but I don't view myself as like a Brit. And so yeah, so I gotta go in like the whole thing. You know?
Oh, but your English is so good.
My English is
Wow.
they taught me pretty well over there. Yeah, I remember like the first day I came back to Northern California. Or I came to Northern California, and some dude like was like, "So you met the Queen?" And I was like, "No, no, I
Nobody
have not-
meets the queen.
Have you fucking met Obama?" You know, like, no, I have not met the Queen.
Oh my.
Nobody meets the Queen. I'm confused.
Nobody meets the Queen.
You're not met at birth like she knights you.
She slaps
Yeah,
every
she-
baby.
She's just in hospitals in England. She's like, all right,
Is that a new one?
let's get it done.
Slap
She
steady
takes her
babies
glove off and
today.
slaps the shit out
I like
of
how my
babies.
impression of the Queen was a Southern man. I was just like, all right, let's get her done. I got some babies to christen.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. We went to London and Mike couldn't stop saying, what is it?
don't
Right
know.
on, fam. Like he kept calling everybody fam, and I was
Love it,
like,
fam. Spotted dick fam.
and we're in London, fam.
Oh man, oh, yeah, that's something about being in England. There are so many things that British people can say that Americans just can't say.
Like?
if we say, "Ah, bloody hell," you know, like it just sounds so dumb. We can't say bloody hell. You know, like you gotta have like a cool British accent. You know, oh bloody hell. You know, like you can't say the H. You know, like
Bloody hell.
But bloody hell.
Oh, bloody hell, mate.
Bloody hell, mate. Is mate a thing?
Oh, mate's a thing.
Mate's
yeah.
a thing. Okay.
Yeah,
I know what I'm
and
talking
something else like they say in it a lot. Like
yeah,
kind of like is that correct? Or like a yeah. Instead of saying yeah, they say in it. Well, in it, yeah, in it, yeah.
It's called
in
in it.
In it.
Yeah, I hear Adele say it all the time.
Oh,
That's
Adele?
the one thing that she says all the time that I
In
pick
it.
up on.
British people will know what I mean by this. I'm pretty sure Adele was a chav, and what a chav is like they're like a wannabe gangster kind of.
Whoa, I knew Adele was a gangster.
Yeah.
Oh, she thought.
I knew it.
Like, don't give her too much credit. Like a wannabe. She's not a real gangster. But yeah, that's what a chav was going. They wear track suits and they have like spiked hair and they have like a slit in their eyebrow.
Oh, they're the bad London
Yeah.
kids.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Like
They don't speak the Queen's proper English.
I'm a rebel. Rebel.
Like the full tracksuit, like a Russian mob.
Oh yeah, like a Russian mob, but they're eating fish and chips. You know, like that's a chav.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And how did you get started in comedy?
So I got started in comedy. So it's interesting because I've always done plays. I've always been in plays. Like from when I was
Oh,
like,
a Brit in plays.
oh
Well,
yeah,
shocker.
all right. Yeah, like ever since I was like 10 or 11. Like I remember I was 11 years old. It was my end of school year play. And I had this part, I was like this big American music producer guy or whatever. And I was like making people laugh a lot. And both my parents were like holy fuck, like, he's actually good at this. And and then in high school I did improv. I mean, of course I did improv. I very much give off improv energy. Which just means I'm a little bitch. That's what improv energy is. And
That's it?
that's what improv energy is.
Disclaimer for
I
all
love improv.
people
But-
in improv that are
Yeah.
watching.
And I always thought I was like, there's no way I can do stand up. I was like, I can't do it. But then eventually I hit some open mics and and like slowly but surely I got there. And I remember the first mic I did like a Trump impression for like 5 minutes and I just ate shit like the whole time.
The first time you ever went on stage, you bombed?
I bombed so
See, because that was
hard.
gonna be my next question. Like your first time on stage, how did you do? Because usually, I tell you guys this all the time: either you bomb or you kill it. It's never like in between. From what
bombed.
I hear from other comics, oh, you ate it, and
Well-
you're like, challenge accepted.
Well, no.
You're like, forget it.
I
I
bombed and I
can't.
was like, I quit forever. But then my one friend was like, hey, I want to have a comedy night at my house, and I feel like you'd be really good at stand-up. And so then instead of just doing one impression, I was like, why don't I actually try and write some jokes about myself and do like a variety of impressions? Have you guys ever seen Jimmy Fallon's SNL audition? Have you guys ever watched that?
No, I watched Will Ferrell's though.
Well, Will Ferrell's is hilarious.
Oh,
so
funny.
Like the cat bit.
Yeah,
where he
the
plays
cat.
toys.
And then he like when he collects himself after he does it, he's like, "Thank you guys." He gets real professional. Like,
Yeah, but he talked about. He was like, after he did that, he was like, "Yeah, I'm not getting on the show." After he did the
yeah,
cat.
he had a really negative. But Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, so Jimmy Fallon, he does his SNL audition where he does a celebrity walkathon. And he does like 20 celebrity impressions just doing a walkathon. He's like, Seinfeld being like, "What's the deal with a walkathon? Why can't we just be on a bus? It's a busathon." Like that's like verbatim what he says. And watching that, I was like, "Oh, that's it." It kind of like unlocked something in me. It kind of like enlightened me. Where I was like, "Oh, like so you just got to find like." I don't know. There's a way that you can do multiple impressions, and not just one big ass 5-minute long impression that everyone hates so much.
Gotcha.
So.
Did someone inspire you to get into comedy, or you just felt it was the natural progression after improv?
I feel like it was the natural progression because I love doing improv, but also a part of me was like, because with improv it's a lot of teamwork,
Right.
it's basketball, and a part of me was like, I want to play tennis. I want to do this on my own, and so I was like, yeah, I gotta try stand up because and people in my improv class would be like, man, I think you'd be good at stand up, and I was always like, no, I'm ass, but
No, I suck. Give me a mic.
yeah, let me prove it to you right now. I got a little tight five.
No, I really suck. Let me prove it. Give me a mic.
So traffic on the 5, am I right, guys?
Isn't it? It's backed up, isn't it?
You got a tight 5.
So wait. Before I isn't it the crap out of this podcast? That means isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm using it right. Okay.
Isn't it? Isn't it?
Why wouldn't you?
How do you shut
Why
these
wouldn't you
sound
know that?
effects off? Oh my gosh!
Freaking
So,
A.
did you have any comedians you looked up to or you like?
I mean, it was
currently or back?
Jim Carrey.
Really?
It was always Jim Carrey.
I could see that.
I was.
That's my guy.
Oh, dude, Jim Carrey. Yeah. So I think I was like 9 or 8 years old when Bruce Almighty came out, and
Nice.
Bruce Almighty. It changed my world. It changed like the way I viewed everything because he was so funny and he was so energetic and he was doing a Clint Eastwood impression in the movie. He was like with a 44 Magnum at one point, and I was just like, I love this so much. I love everything he's doing, and so I've always wanted to be like my version of Jim Carrey. Like a lot of energy, a lot of impressions. And if you ever watched his special called The Unnatural Act in 1992, it's in my opinion one of the best like half-hour specials you'll ever see. It's the perfect mix of impressions and jokes and yeah. So Jim Carrey was always a big inspiration for me. Then also Jim Gaffigan was another big one.
Yeah.
And the reason Jim Gaffigan was because like I grew up very religious and so, but like my dad liked comedy, but the idea of watching a stand-up comedian was like, no, we're not allowed to do that 'cause they all say like dick and stuff. But then he saw Jim Gaffigan and we all started watching Gaffigan together, and it was like this bonding moment as a family. And so I kind of pulled from that, like I want to be a comedian that can make everyone laugh and like pull the family together.
I would pull a family apart.
That's my
I
goal.
swear people like have actually told me because I was like, yeah, I have this TV thing coming up, but they told me no cursing. Obviously, I'm not gonna curse. And then like sometimes you just want someone to listen, but he's like, well, Jim Gaffigan is pretty clean, and I'm like, I'm not Jim though. Like,
yeah.
Trust me.
Read
Even
the
if I
room,
kept
Angela.
it clean, it's still very edgy.
Read the room.
R the
Bring your
R,
stuff
buddy.
up.
Oh my.
Yeah. So Gaffigan, Jim Gaffigan, Jim
Jaffigan.
Carrey. And
Shorten
then-
it out.
Yeah, exactly. And then also, so Jimmy Fallon is going to be very specific, but Jimmy Fallon before the Tonight Show when he was on Late Night. Jimmy Fallon on Late Night was like the funniest thing on TV. I swear. Like, because I religiously watch SNL too, and I was like, I would take Jimmy Fallon Late Night over SNL right now. Like that's how good he was. And so yeah, so
Speaking of Jim Carrey, his father, Jim Carrey's father, was so supportive of his career. Is your family supportive of your career?
oh yeah, dude, for sure. I think the only person who was kind of weirded out by it was like my grandpa. I remember, you know, it's so funny. I have this memory of watching he was like flipping through the channels and Mad TV came on and it was two black dudes in a dress and they were doing, I forget what this sketch was about, but I was kind of laughing at it. And my grandpa looked at me and was like, "Is that what you want to do, Mitchie?"
He's like, son, you fucking up with this one.
Yeah, and honestly, I was like, I mean, kinda. That seems kind of fun.
I don't mind it.
Think that's funny?
It is funny, Mitchie.
Son, I want to talk to you about this one.
Honestly, but yeah. So, yeah, like pretty much everyone's always been like, yeah, just go for it. You know, I've never had someone being like, no, which kind of annoyed me because, you know, in everyone's success story, they're like, no one believed in me. Everyone doubted me. And so I'm like, but no one's doubting me, so am I not going to make it? Because it seems like all these people that make it, they got a bunch of haters. I don't know, you know?
It's too easy, damn it.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's rare. Like, I'll tell my mom jokes, and she's like,
You tell a joke.
Oh, that's nice.
you hungry? You want to eat something? And I'm like, Mom, people actually laugh at this stuff. And you know, a lot of my material is about her, so maybe that's why she doesn't find it funny.
Yeah.
First of all, she doesn't understand English, so she doesn't know what I'm saying to begin with.
Oh, well,
and then
you kind of lose them there, you know.
Then I have to like translate it for her.
If I was telling jokes to a bunch of Koreans, you know, I mean, I don't think it would land that well either, you know.
She's like, no, I think they'd crack up
What
because
he
you're
say?
so expressive. And that's my next question. What is your style of comedy? Is it like observational, raunchy? Do you do act outs? We know you do impressions.
Oh, yeah.
What kind of things do you bring into your art, like in your writing? What do you write about?
In the writing, it's definitely like personal experience. So like family stories that happened to me. I wish that I was a good like observational comedian. Like whenever I watch someone be like, you know, talk about like a milk carton for 3 minutes or whatever, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Because like all I really talk about is myself and like my interaction with my father-in-law or my dad or my mom or my wife. And so yeah, it's very much act outs. It's very much story driven. And yeah, very character driven, you know, like I like to give all my like, you know, the people in my stories a lot of like accents and voices and very body. Like I'm like for some reason I notice when I do stand up I crouch a lot. Like I get into like a squat stance like I'm a crab or something. Like rarely am I just like upright. Like
You're like, I'm ready.
yeah,
I'm ready.
I got some jokes for you.
Dude, I'm gonna like tear my ACLs. The way I'm doing stand up, I'm just always crouching.
Maybe just protecting your organs. You know?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. It's like some like Freudian fear I have. Like I will get stabbed up here.
Don't throw tomatoes. Like, don't aim for the chest.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely act outs, definitely physical. Oh yeah, and then the impressions. Like I mean,
yeah, we're gonna get to that.
I like me some impressions.
But
Let them wait.
Yeah, you guys.
Build up the tension.
We have
Gotta
something
wait.
special prepared for you. What is the craziest thing that's happened to you during a comedy performance, or something that's happened to in a comedy performance that you've been to?
So something weird that happened at a mic a few months ago. I was telling some jokes. I was mainly doing like crowd work. And I was talking about some girl about how she was making out with her boyfriend or something.
During your performance?
Yeah, during my performance. And then I made a comment about some old lady or something like that. But this young girl thought I called her an old lady. And so she threw a lemon at me.
No.
Yeah, like got the lemon out of her drink and threw it at me.
Oh, not a whole lemon. She came prepared?
Yeah, she out of her purse.
Who?
It was labeled for the comedian that disses me, you know? Yeah, she took the time to take the lemon out of her water and threw it at me. But there was this weird banister behind me, so like I heard the lemon like against the banister, and I was like, "What the heck?"
Wow.
Yeah, I think she wanted to start something, you know.
Oh
That's
my
exactly-
god!
But
You're
I
gonna
didn't-
throw a lemon? I've got.
I got some cold water.
I got some more fruits and veggies at the ready.
I don't. What dick joke made them want to make out during a comedy show? That's my
I
like.
don't
What
know,
is
man.
so funny about?
And they were like going ham at it. It was like his hand was on her butt. Like that level of intensity. Like you're the only two people in the world. It was like a Rihanna makeout sesh.
Something was happening in the crowd, and Joe Smith, he was like, he has a clip up. He's like, we could see you. He's just like, we could see what you're doing.
I swear, sometimes people think they're in like a movie. And it's like, they don't need to interact with the background characters. It's just them right now.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, I had a weird experience one time going back to my grandpa. So my grandma was giving my grandpa a speech for his birthday, and he had some friends around, and she was like kind of flustered. She got her papers out of order, and so she was like, Mitchie, make him laugh. And so I'm in a room with like a bunch of 80-year-olds. I'm very much out of my element. And so I'm like, okay, I'll do some impressions of like older things. So I'm doing like Jimmy Stewart and things like that. And who's the guy? Who's the old? He's like, oh, well, Pilgrim. Who's the Wayne something?
John Wayne?
John Wayne.
Yeah.
John Wayne.
Yeah.
I was
John
gonna say
Wayne?
Clint Eastwood.
I think I did Eastwood too. I did like Johnny Carson, stuff like that. And then I'm like, okay, they're in Dallas, Texas. And so I'm like, oh, they're in Dallas, Texas. They're older. They all know who George W. Bush is.
Right.
And so I do a
Sure.
George, and I'm like, strategery, And like, I like my George W. Bush enough, but dude, the room went silent.
Yeah, political. You got political.
Why? I didn't think it was political. I was just like, I'm just doing the voice.
Just a voice.
Oh, dude! But and then I saved myself with a few other impressions. But like every single one of them afterwards, they were like, "Mitchie, your impressions were great, but you got to work on your W a little bit." One by one, it was like they all like got in a huddle, and they're like, "So we're gonna criticize this George W. Bush to his face? Okay, break."
And your grandma's like, okay, I found it.
Betty.
What I was
Yeah.
looking for.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell
Like,
him.
thanks, Grandma.
I'm gonna tell him.
As I'm bombing with my George W. Bush, she's like, "I got it now."
She used you for intermission. Mitch, make him laugh.
She did, honestly. I was just being used for my bod.
Oh my gosh,
Don't
you're like,
disrespect the W.
let me read.
And yeah, in the neighborhood they live in, apparently they live like kind of close to him or something. And so yeah,
So they really don't mess around.
Well, because
Yeah.
one time this was like 2007 or 2000, like when he was still president. Well, no, sorry, this is like a memory before that. Sorry. Okay. So way before I bombed in front of my grandparents, I think my dad was talking something about George W. Bush, like kind of criticizing him a little bit, and my grandpa was like, "Well, we could go to his house if you want to talk to him this way. We could go to his door.
You kiss your mother with that mouth.
He's 3 blocks over, buddy. Let's go.
He'll probably mess you up,
He'll
son.
whoop your ass.
And I'll let him.
You don't
I
mess
don't
with the W."
I don't care if I'm your father. I'll let him. I'll tell him to hit harder. It's
Come on,
like,
W. He
why are you getting
deserves
so
it.
worked up?
I'll join in. Hell,
Hey.
I'll beat your ass too.
Come beat my son. He's talking shit.
You still got private security on you, W? All right, bring him out.
W's like, let me work on these 3 that these other parents brought in. Mitchell, what do you love about comedy?
Honestly, I just love like making other people laugh. Just because like when I was doing like theater, I loved the idea of like making people feel. If it was like a dramatic moment, or if it was a funny moment, or whatever it was, just like feeling like I had the audience in the palm of my hand.
Right.
And it's like that feeling of like just getting. I mean, you know how it is. Like when you get a good laugh, dude, there are very few feelings better in the world than doing a good set and walking off stage and just being like, dude, I killed it. And that's something that I don't understand when some comics, they're like, I don't do it for the laughs. I don't do it for them. I do it for me. And I'm like, no, you don't.
Yeah, you're not supposed to.
You absolutely do not. I like the analogy I was thinking of would be like if an accountant was like, I don't do it for the numbers. It's like, that's your job, dude.
I do it for the math.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
like, what?
I don't do it for the math. Yeah.
You
So,
literally do.
so yeah,
That's a big part of it.
my whole thing is like, I just want to make other people laugh, and I want to make other people feel good. And yeah, there's like no better feeling than just bringing a smile to someone's face, or someone coming up to you after the show and being like, man, that was really good. Like, it's one thing for comics, because I feel like comics kind of, like you have to, since you're in close proximity, you got to be like, that was a good set. If it was great or if it was okay, know. Yeah. Hey, man, good job.
Even after you bomb. Good job, man.
Good job, man.
Good job. I'm
Yeah.
like, please don't.
Yeah, I know.
Please don't.
but like when an audience member goes out of their way, they don't know who you are. They
Yeah.
walk out of the way to be like, you were really good tonight. That is like, ugh.
Nice.
That is why I do it.
But then like there's the next level of that where like, you know, we know how it is. So I understand what you're going through, what everybody else is going through. At a show one time, this woman really loudly, after I went out, was like, "You were my favorite." All of the comics are like, and this was after like 20 people went up. It's like, you were my favorite. No, you were my
Right
favorite.
there.
I'm like, oh, thank you.
to the comic.
And
Can
I'm
you
like,
leave
sorry.
the stage so she can come back? I feel like she's got more material.
Oh my gosh. Or like maybe like those
By the
audience
way,
members that
Angela loved it. Told me that night multiple times. She said I was her favorite.
I did it.
She said, "No, you did." It
Oh my god.
was a good moment.
Or you'll like have those audience members that come up, "Oh my god, you don't understand. You made me laugh and I've been going through such a hard time. Let me tell you about it." So like sit down. I just broke up with my boyfriend and you made me laugh. I was like, "Oh my god." I don't know I'm so sorry.
You know what? I'll be looking forward to one. I don't know if I've had one of those yet. Like a thank God you made me laugh.
Literally had me sitting down in the middle of the club, like while other comics are going up and shit. I was like, I am never sitting in the audience. Like it is too funny.
Thanks.
Oh man, do you want to
Tonight
act?
was the night.
All right. Do you want to act or go
Oh,
back
yeah.
to acting? And what would be like your dream role?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely want to act. Yeah. I mean, I honestly,
I see you playing a villain.
I don't know. I don't know if I could play a villain. I don't know about that. I saw your villain earlier. I mean, your villain was
Michael's like, do it. Do a
That was
villain.
something
And I was
else,
like, hey,
man.
you know what I could do. That was my line.
I
You
feel
look
like
too
my
friendly.
voice.
Is that
no,
what it is?
I got a friendly face. My voice is too high to be a villain.
You're like, I will take out your whole family.
Yeah, like, hey, you better watch out, man. Well, I remember I watched this movie. It was John Travolta and Denzel Washington. It was The Taking of the Pelham 123.
Ooh, yes. Okay.
And John Travolta's the bad guy, and I couldn't take him serious, because he's like so high pitched. And he's like, I'm going to take the train or whatever. I can't really do a John Travolta. But I'm like, you better watch out, Denzel. I'm going to take the train. And I'm like, I'm not buying
But
it.
he scared the shit out of me in Swordfish. Travolta in
I
that
don't know if I've
role.
ever seen Swordfish.
What? With Hugh
Swordfish?
Jackman?
What about Face Off? Is
Hugh
he-
Jackman.
No, Swordfish.
Is
It was
he
with
in
Hugh
Face Off?
Jackman. Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Jackman. And he
Huge.
plays like this like programmer. It had Halle Berry in it. Hugh Jackman.
Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. Don Cheadle. This is like,
Nothing's going on.
oh, so you have to watch it. It's so good.
Swordfish. It's on the list. But yeah, I don't know. Something, a dream role of mine. I have two dream roles that come to mind.
Let's go.
And one is playing Jim Carrey in an like a biography, like autobiography type movie,
That'd
and
be
then
cool.
one is playing Dave Grohl in an autobiography because I'm a drummer. And so, I played for like 8 or 9 years. My brother is like a phenomenal drummer. My older brother Marshall, he's an incredible drummer.
And your mother
and I'm
takes
like-
Advil on a daily.
growing up in that household, man, that must have been
2 drummers.
Oh yeah, it's like like Marshall plays for an hour and he stops and all like thank God, and then I start up.
It's my
like, son of a
turn.
bitch.
Yeah.
They just hear like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then your mom like just walks past your dad and gives him the death glare like you
Had to buy 2 sets, huh? 2 fucking sets.
Nobody wanted to
Got
play
an
guitar.
electronic drum kit, huh?
Couldn't
How
get
to
him
get the real
headphones.
thing.
Can't hook up headphones to those, huh?
You were too much of a dumbass to learn violin, huh? Is that it? Okay.
Well, I was gonna ask you if you had other talents. Drumming is one of them.
Yeah, drumming. I love drumming. There's something so like primal about it. Like I remember when I would drum for like an hour and you get the butt sweat going and you're just like in the zone. Your veins are popping on your arms and like my favorite band is Muse and I drum to Muse. Like I would drum to Muse all the time. And so just like jamming out to your favorite band, feeling like you're performing with them. Oh yeah, nice. And the great thing about drumming is like it's not like guitar or bass how you need to know the key and you need to know like what right note to play at the right time. It's just like as long as you know the beat, you're good to go and you can do whatever you want. And so I like that freedom of the drums. But like there are so little like rules when it comes to what I can and can't do. Like there's more than one way to beat a drum, that old saying, and it's like so that's there is a freedom about the drum kit that I really like.
I do, whenever there is a band on stage, I do look to the drummer because I feel like he's in his own show in the back. Like, he's just like, yeah, we're playing a song. Like, he's just, no.
Oh, yeah, dude, drum face. You next time you look at a drummer, you
Well,
look at their
it's
drum
drum face. Give him drum
You know,
face.
well, like sometimes it's like a
You gotta bite the lip.
You bite the lip, your whole face kind of shrinks a little bit, or you know, eyes closed, you know, something like that, like a nose down, mouth out. There's just something that you don't even control it, you don't even think about it, but you get drum face.
Oh,
I think it's kind of the
man.
same thing as like a sex face, you know.
Oh, face.
You're
Sex?
so in the moment. Hey,
Sex.
what? You said it, not me. I'm
But
a good,
I will say,
I'm a
with
good boy.
drums, it's almost you don't need to know the notes, but it's more noticeable if you're off.
Oh yeah.
So you're very important as well.
Oh yeah, well,
You can't
and
be
this
off.
thing, like the beat, you know, as long as you can keep that beat going, like
Right.
that's the most important thing. But yeah, well, that's one thing why I was never as good as my brother. I think I always wanted to up the tempo. I always wanted to speed things up a little bit. But yeah, oh, and like I remember playing in my in like the church, high school, like youth group. Oh, dude, I was rocking every Sunday morning. I was rocking for the Lord. You know?
Wait, what kind of church did you go to?
It was-
Jesus.
I'm trying to remember.
No,
It was-
you don't understand because I was,
was
in
like a
the
bigger-
I was in the praise band. Like,
Oh, you were in
grew
the
up-
praise band?
I grew up in the Presbyterian Methodist circle or
Okay.
whatever, and like I started out from the bottom. People, I started up as the transparency girl, just like
Transparency girl.
yeah,
What
you
is
know,
that?
like because you have the lyrics up on the wall, like, and it's the transparency with the lyrics on it, and you have to switch it out every time there. So I started
Oh,
from
I know
there.
exactly what you're talking about
Yeah,
now.
and then now they have it all on TVs and stuff. No, that's for you newer folks. Back in my day,
Transparency girl.
we had to print it out on the copier on a clear
If you
file.
got, if you got it wrong, if you got a word wrong, you'd have to like get it out with gel and write it over.
That too, but then also if like the praise leader felt the spirit and wanted to go back to a verse, and I'm like,
Oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. All right, guys, back to the second chorus, and you're like, oh, which one is that?
I got like 40 transparencies to go through. So I did that, and then I did backup singer, and then I did praise leader.
Oh,
and
you
then-
you moved your way up the ladder.
I did. I took over.
The corporate ladder of praise worship.
They didn't know it was coming with this little transparency tiger.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
remember.
that's hilarious.
I think it was non-denominational. I don't really remember, but I just remember rocking my face off.
Yeah.
And the youth like guitar guy, I think his name was Steve or something. He was like the coolest guy I've ever met.
It's always the guitar.
Probably
guy
to this
in
day.
charge.
It really is.
He was super handsome. I think he was like 6'4". He could just shred. He had a good voice. And yeah, he was super tight. He was awesome.
Oh
They're
man.
usually named Chase. Hey, what's up, Chase? Hey.
Hey,
Hey, I'm
for the
Chase.
Lord.
This is my brother Chaz.
What did you?
This is my bro in the Lord, Chasen.
Yeah, we're here. Got a new pedal today.
I want everybody to close their eyes. It's like
As the soft keys, like that.
yes. And like the pianist would play something sad, and you're like,
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
I did lie this week. Lord, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I was talking about this somewhere else. How like it's one thing that I really dislike about the end of service is when they're like, "All right, everyone, close your eyes, heads down. If you're feeling the presence of the Lord, I want you to raise your hand. Okay, any moment now. I know you're feeling it. Come on, hands up." And they do this for like 10 minutes, where they're like, "Come on now, hands up." I know. And so people are like, I mean, I guess I kind of liked what you're saying.
Whatever
so-
makes this end quicker.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, like if my hand going up makes you stop this, then
I do
call,
now.
call me a believer.
And if they don't like do something during that, the pianist gets really intense. She's like, "Oh, that's not sad enough for you? Okay,
Yeah.
let me really play with your emotions."
Let me get a tearjerker going here.
Yeah, it's like, gosh, we have to eat after this.
I'm going to KFC after this, buddy. Let's tone it
Live
down
in-
a notch.
Classic.
work up an
KFC.
appetite.
Work up a sweat.
Golden Corral. That,
Oh,
that was
yeah.
the Sunday feast.
Oh yeah.
Dad, are we going to Golden Corral?
Yeah. For me, it was KFC getting the popcorn chicken.
Nice.
The popcorn chicken was it.
Delicious.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Wasn't real chicken, though.
I don't.
It was more skin than chicken.
I mean, but I think that's why I liked it.
breading, more
There was
breading
so
than
much breading.
I wanted the crunchiest, you know, like
That's
I
what
wanted
it
the
is.
crunch.
the leftover crunchy that
I
got
would- yeah, I
fried
would-
in with the
Crunchy.
chicken?
Yes, I would take whatever's at the bottom of the bucket. I'm like, yeah.
That's the juice.
You guys done with that?
That's it.
Give me.
Yeah, give me the
No,
bucket.
there's some good stuff down there.
Just 2 fingers of this around the edge of the bucket.
Ayo. All right.
That's the good stuff.
What did you want to be when you were younger?
Honestly, I've always wanted to act and make people laugh. Like straight up, there was one time in my life where I was like, I'm gonna be a basketball player. Because my dad wanted to be a basketball player, so I was like, yeah, I'm a jock, and I referred to myself as a jock for like a month. I was like, yeah, basketball's kind of my thing, I guess, because I'm a jock now.
I identify as a jock.
Yeah, that was my pronoun. And
Jogging around.
yeah, I think I was like 10. I think I was like,
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Why did you push the button?
No, I'll give you an applause for your lame joke.
Thank
I'm
you.
joking around. Sorry.
yeah, no, I think I was 10, and I was like, that's it. I'm gonna be a professional basketball player now.
You are really
That's
tall,
it.
though.
Well, I'm like
How
6'1".
tall are you?
So with no
To
shoes.
me, that's 10 feet.
I mean, when I'm playing pickup, I am like normally one of the taller guys.
Nice.
But in the NBA, I mean,
That's
One of the
nothing.
shorter guys.
yo,
in
I'm the
NBA.
shortest guy out there. I mean, yeah, you look at the shortest guys on the court, and they're like 6'4",
It's ridiculous.
and they look so tiny.
yeah.
Yeah, and so I would, I'm 150 pounds, 6'1", I would be annihilated. And I can't do anything. I can't dribble with my left hand. I can't dribble that well at all. I can't shoot.
Wait, that's the worst when they're picking people for their team. And it's like, oh, he's tall. Let's get him. And he can't play. It's like, what did we do wrong?
That is me.
Craig, why'd you pick him?
The intimidation factor. Right?
Dude, that's the I don't bring any intimidation. When I play basketball, I always have my shirt tucked into my shorts.
Yeah.
I got my high socks. I bring zero intimidation. I'm no Dennis Rodman out there. I'm more like a mascot.
Speaking of Jim Carrey, that reminds me of the basketball scene in Cable Guy. He's got the short shorts tucked in.
I've always wanted to play in short shorts.
You should.
I
think it would just
should.
work out. Yeah, I will do it too.
I can pull them off. I can pull them off.
Relax.
Now I want short
Yeah,
shorts.
well, I'm glad that that's the way things are going. Like shorts are getting shorter for men, and I like because I feel like when I was a kid, it was like shorts past the knees.
Oh, yeah.
If your shorts weren't past the knees, bro, it was so lame. But now it's like you want to see like half thigh, and I'm here for it.
Oh, my
I'm here for the short shorts movement.
gosh.
I was in the era where it was basically capris.
Oh
It
my
was-
goodness,
it was
yes.
Right under your shin, mid shin.
That's where the shorts should lie.
Right.
Oh, man.
There's so much skin.
So much skin. Speaking of comedy and other comics, you do have a podcast that you do with other comics. Can you tell us more about that? It's called Unpaid Regulars, which I love.
yeah.
I love that name. Please tell us about
Yeah,
this.
so Trey, Evan, and Phil's the producer of the podcast. Trey, Evan, and I do Unpaid Regulars. Trey thought of the name. I mean, it is such a great name, isn't it?
It's so good.
And yeah,
Because it's true.
oh, dude. And so the premise of the podcast is we'll just like shoot the shit like we're doing right now. But then we each like bring a joke or a premise, and we're like, okay, here's my joke, blah blah blah. What do you guys think? And we kind of like help craft each other's jokes.
Ah, like a workshop.
Yeah, it really is, and it's awesome. Like especially for Trey and Evan because they live up in Redding, and there are not a lot of open mics
In California?
In Redding, California.
Redding,
Isn't that like in the
California.
woods?
Redding is in the woods.
Yeah, like
Redding.
we got the redwoods, like
Yeah.
the massive trees.
Yeah, so because you have like Los Angeles, 6 hours north San Francisco, half an hour up is Sacramento, 2 hours up is Redding.
Oh,
And so yeah, they are far out from everything. And so yeah, but it's been an awesome experience with them. Just being able to laugh, like I think we do it like Wednesdays, Thursday nights, and just being able to laugh with them, being able to experience jokes with them and work on stuff. And yeah, so if you like podcasts, if you like laughing, if you like Unpaid Regulars, definitely give it a listen.
And
Give
it's
it a
on
lull.
all, like, do you do it through Anchor? So it's on
Yeah,
everything?
So it should be on everything. I know it's on Spotify, and I know it's on like whatever the Apple
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 Podcast.
Apple Podcast. We're also on YouTube.
Yeah. Ah,
So yeah, we're on the gram.
awesome.
Ooh, we're on the gram.
Plug,
Watch
plug, plug,
it
plug.
today.
Unpaid regulars.
You have been plugged.
Besides.
That's all I got.
Besides the podcast, what is the next step you want to take with your comedy?
Next, I want to take my comedy. So, I made a list of goals this year.
Ooh.
I made a list. The list is like 27 goals long, and some are like super easy. Some are like finish my compost bin. You know, like super.
Okay.
I got to get some worms, and then my compost bin is done.
Where do you put it? Do you put it in the living room?
I
or-
put it in the we had like a little patio over
patio,
there.
okay,
But,
that
but
makes sense.
dude, I had a compost bin in LA for 2 years, and it was in our kitchen, and we never smelt it once.
Huh.
Oh.
And dude,
that's
shout
true.
out to compost. Shout out to composting.
We if we did that, we'd have
I
the
thought it
fattest
was-
worms.
I thought
You'd
it
be
was-
eating fried chicken. And just,
It's for trash. I thought it was for pooping, and I was like, the patio?
No, dude, no, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I just
that's everybody's.
I just
compost.
shit on the patio.
It's
Yeah,
for
no.
the environment. Don't worry about it. Keep
Yeah.
moving. Try to
It's
save the
nature.
Hey,
earth.
stop staring, kids.
Come on.
oh,
Keep it moving.
Yeah, no,
man.
all my veggie scraps, all my fruit scraps, they go into my compost. And,
Nice.
but yeah, okay. So other goals that are more comedy related. It's like do stand up outside of Atlanta.
Nice.
I have get paid to do stand up, and then I have do 150 open mics.
Nice.
That's the which is
You're keeping count?
Oh, I'm keeping count. Right now, I've done 17 on the year, and it's a very feasible goal with how many mics there are in
Yes.
Atlanta. Because you can do like 2 mics a night sometimes, and so if I like to go out normally Monday through Thursday.
Me too, yeah.
Yeah, and so it's like it's a very feasible goal, thankfully, and yeah, but then like. Other than that, like bigger. Do you want to talk bigger yet, or
You want to wait for it?
I'll- you know,
Because our
I'll-
last
I'll wait for it.
question,
I'll wait for it.
our
I'll wait for
viewers
it.
know our last question is what
Let
are your
'em
dreams
know.
and goals?
Dreams
and
and
so we
goals.
will get to that.
Okay,
But
okay.
Dreams and
With-
goals.
I mean, obviously, you guys see Mitchell. He's like super high energy and everything like that. How do you keep motivated?
So, you know, one thing I do, so I have a clawfist space now. It's a walk-in closet that we turned into a little office. And, like, I have, like, an SNL poster. I have you seen the movie Hot Rod with Andy Samberg?
Parts of it.
It's super dumb and I love it. But yeah, there's like
Super
I have like
dumb
a
and I
Hot
love
Rod
it.
picture. I have another SNL thing. And so yeah, I have like that little area. But then also I made like a little 9-minute meditation video for myself
Nice.
of like my future, of what my future could be.
Wow.
And so it's this thing of like a week through my life of like what things could be if my comedy career goes the way I want it to. And it's like relaxing music, and it's just me like, you know, like at first I start like, you know, breathe in, breathe out, and then I'm like, you know, just picture this walking through New York City, blah blah blah. You got a show tonight, you got this. And it's just that idea of like what's there to look forward to.
Sure.
You know, like if I keep pushing and if I keep trying to achieve these goals, like what's ahead of me? And because for a while I really liked just meditating and like trying to like picture it. And so I was like, why don't I just make a little like audio so that I don't have to, I don't know, so I don't have to work as hard picturing it. For some reason, I was like, I guess it's kind of like a lazy way out of doing it.
No, it's like
But,
you are
guiding you.
you are
Guiding you.
imagining
Yeah.
what it would be like. I think I would have the worst motivational tape. Mine would be like, "You ain't shit." It's like, yeah, let's go.
Okay, all right, I hear that, me.
This is Mitchell's motivational tape from like, cause he had a stable upbringing. Like, he's like, let me get some music
I had
in
kind
there.
parents.
Mitchell, you can do everything that you.
Anything's possible.
Mine is like, you ain't gonna make it.
Yeah, you
Watch
have the mixtape that everyone else has. You know, like no, everyone said I wasn't gonna be shit, including myself. To myself every morning.
Oh my gosh.
That's how I made it.
New York is beautiful, isn't it?
Ain't it, Mike?
And someone wrote that?
No,
I
that's
was
what he's saying to himself.
Mikey just came up with that right now on the
Yeah,
spot.
there you go. Isn't it?
You know what? You know
Picture
what?
yourself in New York is beautiful, isn't it?
Beautiful, ain't it?
Now,
Yeah, that's
we
better. You
introduced
know
you
we
as an actor, comedian, and impressionist.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking we could have an impression off.
Or
Me and you
Oh.
and Mike, if
Oh.
he wants to join.
yeah,
And
I'm ready for that.
I'll go first.
You'll go first.
I'll go first.
Hold
I'll
on,
go
hold on.
first.
How are you doing it? You're just gonna do multiples?
So we have to one-up each other.
One.
It's whatever wherever the spirit takes you.
Wherever it
Put
takes
your
us.
hands up if you feel.
Do we have to guess who you are?
No, I'm gonna tell you,
Okay.
And
Oh,
then,
that would be a fun.
That'd be
yeah.
better if
Okay.
you-
So my
yes.
first one. My first one is a sweet old religious Southern woman lovingly telling her daughter to come in for supper. Okay.
Okay.
Kimberly Ann, get your goddamn ass in this house. Wait. Kimberly
That was
Ann,
it.
get your ass. Get your ass. All right, I'll take that.
I like
He said he
it.
was gonna do the wah
like
for
it.
every one of mine.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah.
With the applause at the end too.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's a loving religious Southern woman.
I'll let you go first, sir. Why not?
All right, so
I'll wait.
So here's one that I did the other night. I do it pretty much every time I do an open mic because it's just on my mind. Here's my impression. It's okay that I swear, right?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Of
course.
We fucking
Here's-
been saying fuck all this the whole time.
I should have thought about that. Here's my impression of Al Pacino as a librarian.
Okay.
Oh yeah, shut the fuck up! This is a goddamn library!
That is
Also,
my thank you.
that deserves an applause.
I got
like
the crowd on my
All
side.
right,
Hot
hold
crowd.
on. Let me stretch a little bit. Hold
Hot
on.
crowd.
I got one.
Oh,
Hold my pen, boo. Hold my pen.
pin is held.
Hold my pen.
I
All right.
got one.
Speaking of Al Pacino, I got Scarface singing the Toys R Us song. Toys R Us melody.
So this is a double.
It's a double. I don't wanna grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. There's lots of toys at Toys R Us that you can play with. From bikes to trains to video games. It's the biggest toy store there is. Gee whiz! You just Oscar music me out.
I thought that was.
Yeah, that was.
It was supposed to be it's the largest toy store there is. Gee whiz. And you know what? We're gonna take it over, okay? Because I ain't gonna be no stinky Toys R Us kid. That was
I'm
that.
sorry.
That was incredible.
That was pretty good.
That was
Who
incredible.
That? Who was that? Greg Norman?
Okay. You know what?
Who's Greg? No, it was good.
Mike, do you have one?
I got one.
Okay.
I have a Spanish cook in the kitchen telling you he wants a gyro with cheese. Okay? Are we ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Dame un gyro con chips. Excuse me? Con chips. That's all I got.
You want
Give yourself the applause.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah.
True story. I worked with that guy. We're in the kitchen. I'm like, because we would sell chips, and we would have items with cheese. He would always ask me, "Gyro con chips," and I'm like, "You want chips,
Slower.
right? Chips, chips.
Slow and steady,
No,
buddy.
como con chips, con chips. Cheese. I'm gonna give you both. Just figure it out.
Cover all the bases here.
Take that.
Oh
One of
my
those.
gosh. What do we got?
All right, I'll do. Here's one that I haven't done in a second. Here's my impression of Jay Leno just being Jay Leno.
Nice.
So hear me. There's a reason I only have one wife and 50 cars. One wife and 50 cars, right? You just hear me. So with my cars, I know exactly how to turn them on. I can ride them for as long as I like. and they never say no to me. They never say no to me.
I like it.
Oh my
That's my Leno. Very relevant. Everyone still loves Jay Leno.
Of course. He's good.
Very in.
Since you went high pitch, I'm gonna go low pitch,
Uh-oh.
and my impression is of Mike.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. I know what my next one is.
Hey, what's for dinner? What's for dinner? I'm fucking hungry. What are you making for dinner? Why you talk so much?
Wait, Mike, was that you?
It was me.
Let me cross that one out.
He was like, just fucking nailed the mic. I'll do that one in the next open mic I'm at.
Yeah. Everybody knows that one. I got one for Angela.
Follow my shit. Follow my shit.
So I always say that Angela laughs like a bird.
Okay.
So I can do her laugh. Now you're starting to
No,
notice
you
it.
can't.
That's Angela. There it is. You can kind of hear it there. Yeah, we like it. We like it. The crowd likes it.
Oh my God. What do you got, Mitchell?
All right, I'll do a super obnoxious one. This is so I'm doing Jimmy Fallon. I'm just trying to think of what he should do. This is Jimmy Fallon. I'm just going to be saying things that I see in the room as Jimmy Fallon.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I can't believe how amazing this is! I mean, you two, you're so great! You're fantastic! I mean, it's Ruth! Oh my gosh, this is Mike! What? We all have headphones? Oh my gosh, this is incredible! This is the greatest day of my life! I gotta tell you, and I was on SNL.
That's his signature. I was on SNL.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like how
freaking-
you still had the mannerisms.
Yeah, and something, if you ever want to do a good Jimmy Fallon, stick out your ring finger like this.
Oh my gosh!
Because he like broke this finger or something, so it always sticks
Oh,
out. So
I
if you want to,
didn't know that.
a little tidbit to the Fallon impression.
I have a question now that you mentioned that.
Uh-huh.
How long does it take you to study somebody to do their voice?
Oh yeah. So it always varies. It always varies. So like, like I remember I watched a lot of Family Guy, and so I'd always,
I just do a Stewie Griffin, and Cool Whip.
but and doing Stewie Griffin was pretty easy. But then you have one like Severus Snape, like Alan Rickman, from Harry Potter,
Okay.
and I'm still not very good at it.
He talks like this.
and yeah, and sometimes it's like a year.
Oh yeah.
And don't worry, it's not like 24 hours a day year, but it's like you go at it for like an hour, and it's like I just can't get it, and then the next week or next 2 weeks you go at it for an hour again. It's just a lot of like watching videos, writing down what they say, and just repeating it over and over again, and trying to get it to a point where you're like happy with it. Like when I was working on my Christopher Walken, which is, like everyone has a Christopher Walken. But, I think I watched some movie where he was talking about like a line or something. And he was like, wow.
It's crazy, wild even. He does a lot of this. And you'll notice he does, baby, it goes down. But then a whisper like that.
and yeah, but like every impression's super different. It just takes time. And like if they're in my range, because I have like a higher range for a guy. So if they're in my range, it's pretty easy. But if they're lower, that's when it's like I gotta like search for it. But
Oh my God.
Last question. Sorry to interrupt you. Continue.
Last one of your questions. Go.
oh.
Is there anyone that you've tried that you just haven't gotten?
Oh yeah,
Because
Tracy
it's not
Tracy
the
Morgan.
last question. That's sorry.
Tracy Morgan, and I'm not even gonna attempt.
I need to hear it.
So no, I can't even.
Hey, Liz Libman. Hey, Liz Libman. I told you that.
Yeah, see that's pretty good.
I need Friday off.
Now I definitely can't do my Tracy Morgan because
No.
it's not nearly that good. But yeah, Tracy Morgan, I've never been able to do, and my friend Sam knows that. And so if he's ever at the show, he's always like, "Do Tracy Morgan." He's always
bastard.
yelling at me.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hilarious.
That
That's a good
guy.
friend right there.
Shout out to Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Speaking of last questions,
Last questions.
what are your dreams and goals?
The dream, so the main dream, when I set all these goals, the 27 odd goals for this year, it is all going towards being an SNL cast member before I'm 30 years old. So I'm 27 currently right now. I turned 30 September 28th of 2024.
Dang.
I believe
Put all your government
all
out there.
out
Put it all out there, huh? Shit.
I believe it is 947 days.
What?
From today until I turn 30. And so it's like, in this time, I'm just trying to do everything I can to be an SNL cast member. And the reason I like that goal is like, even if I don't become a cast member, it's like, I feel like I'm going to grow so much as a comic just pursuing that. And so
Yeah,
that's
of
why
course.
it's like my driving. Because when I first moved to LA, I was like, I want to be an actor, but it was such a vague goal that I didn't know how to like really tackle it. And then once I was like, no, SNL, then it's like, okay, yeah, do stand up, do improv, do impressions, do that, and so yeah, SNL before 30. I'm speaking it into existence.
Nice.
Yes.
Hire
SNL
this
before
guy.
30, baby.
Hire the guy.
Fantastic.
Lauren,
That's good.
Lauren, I know you're listening.
Please, Lauren.
Just
please.
searching through Instagram
Yeah.
Lives right now.
No.
No. Oh,
There he is.
Hold on.
He's too rich for that. He has his assistant hold his phone up.
Exactly.
Swipe it.
As someone
dog.
else feeds him grapes.
He doesn't even say next. He's like, he breathes.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, they know. Oh, he took a breath with
breathed.
his. He breathed with his left nostril.
Yeah.
That means go back.
He sniffed.
One last question. Are we done? I'm sorry. Are we
Is
finished?
that the question, or
Is
is,
that
there
the
something else?
question?
No, go ahead.
Because I know you don't want to go over, but
No, it's fine.
can you do a Jim Carrey? Or
Yeah.
are we not available to Jim Carrey yet?
No, yeah, I mean,
Just
it's,
save him.
yeah, I've been just. So I'll just say what he says at the beginning of his Unnatural act. So,
Okay.
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jim Carrey. How we doing? Alrighty then.
I like it.
I like it. I like it.
Oh my God.
Love it.
Little Jim, that's for you, Jim. I know you're watching.
Jimmy.
You guys got Jim Carrey and Lauren Michaels.
Right. Jim
Just
Carrey
checking
doesn't
out.
have a phone. That's
Yeah.
the
Oh,
difference.
yeah,
He
yeah.
doesn't have
Yeah,
any.
Jim
Yeah.
Carrey doesn't have internet.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's very spiritual.
very
He's in the
centered.
middle of Hawaii where there's like no like
nothing.
electricity and stuff.
He's not in Hawaii.
Mitchell
He's in a
Mack.
whole different place.
I was trying to not laugh into the mic so hard when you were doing everything, and you were so funny. Where can everybody find you?
Just on the gram, follow me at Mitchell Mack 94.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put that information right here, right her.
Right, her Mitchell Mack 94. I think that's
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. This has been awesome, you guys. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you
Set up.
for being on the show. It was such a pleasure and a gift for us. The check's in the mail.
Check it
Oh
out.
yes.
Yeah, we don't have any checks, but you know,
There's
it's
no
in the
checks.
mail. There's no checks. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This was Angela the Comic Live and Mitchell
I
Mack,
love
engineer extraordinaire Michael.
I am Mike Lowe, Mike Lowe Productions. Go follow my shit.
Follow my first. Follow Mitchell. Bye.
Follow me. Bye.
I love my house. It's so funny. Oh my god. You saw me. I was like, because I didn't want to interrupt it. I was like, ugh. Okay, now I gotta post and put all of your information. Ooh, I was very loud. Erin must be like,